This is wfed106, assignment number 5, the safety of tripod setup for a robotic total station. When you first set up a tripod for the total station, make sure you don't put the total station in harm's way as far as any roadways or in the construction path of any heavy equipment operations such as forklifts, skid loaders, or crane lifts that's going to be happening around you. To set up a total station, you have the tripod and the tripod legs and a total station. First thing to do is to go to the soil and show you the proper setup for the tripod. When using a tripod, make sure the first thing to do is take the legs, extend them entirely, lock them all in place, and put them around a 3-foot diameter circle, and press down on all the shoes to make sure they're fully secured into the soil. And then on asphalt, I'll show you how to do it on asphalt. On asphalt, you want to make sure that the legs are properly seated into the asphalt. You can take your hammer, slightly tap on all the shoes to make a divot, and that's properly secured. The problem with asphalt is that as the sun heats it, the asphalt will change and expand and move your tripod head. If you are secured with this, to secure it, you can take additional weights, put them on the legs to make sure that this does not tip over when you put the the total station on top. Securing a tripod onto concrete is basically the same thing. You can lightly tap the shoes into the concrete to make a small divot to secure the legs, or put it on flat plywood to make sure it doesn't move around. And then we want to put the total station onto the tripod, opening it up, holding onto it with both hands. Do not let go of the total station. Put it on the tripod head, tilt it slightly, put the bottom nut on, turn so it is completely secured. It's not moving at all, and then you can let go. The case we can use as counterbalance after we have the bullseye level, which is right here, to the point, or to the center point. Make sure you have the bullseye level coming to center of the bubble. When you have it centered, for adjusting the legs, you tighten the legs up, and now you're ready to place the case under the total station to lower the center of gravity. After the bullseye level is in the center, you take your case and attach a rope with 2 knots in it, hang it around the third one. There's different varieties of attachment points you can get to make sure that this is hanging off the ground, secured by the tripod, to make sure that the center of gravity is lowered. If you have it in this configuration without the blocks, this is, I've done this in about 20-mile-an-hour winds without anything happening to the total station. After it got a little bit more windy, I took the total station off its tripod and secured it in the case. After that's on, you want to make sure you come over, turn the total station on with the power button. When turning on the machine, you have a tilt screen that comes up, and you have to make sure you turn the knobs on the bottom to get it to be X and Y tilt axis to be not less than about 10 degrees. Right there is really good. After you have the total station set up, you're going to be walking around, and you will not be next to the total station for the entire job or until the batteries run out. If the batteries run out, this head unit will alert you that the batteries are dying, and it is your job to come back, change it out, and continue putting points in. When walking around the job site, make sure to avoid debris and holes and any other heavy equipment that could prevent a pinch. When working around the job site, also, if you have to, because this works off of line of sight, it sees into the prism glass back to the total station. If you must take this and put this up as high as it can go, make sure to avoid any low-hanging wires that are in the way that it might get in contact with, or under scaffold that it might damage the head unit. If your total station is in a high traffic area with heavy equipment, your calibration can become off, and it is a possibility that when you are shooting points onto a job site, they will become off. If you have a indication that you have points that are off, make sure that you reshoot them or take out a tape measure and measure them with a precision tape measure to make sure it's precise. If you have a difference of a ½ inch or more in your distances, which is unacceptable, recheck your total station to see if it's still level and plumb, and if it's not level and plumb, replumb it, go back, reshoot your points. If it continues to do so, to be off more than ½ inch in points, take this to your local service center and get it recalibrated. If you're putting points into the ground, make sure if you're putting the points in, when you put your point down, it's not going into an electrical line, and when you extend the tripod, they're not going into extension cords that are on the ground. When driving in a stake, be sure to avoid electrical lines that are marked properly from the utility companies. But if you have to go put in a line through here, directly on top of the marked line. Put it on either side, and then a specialized digger will come in and excavate the line. The proper PPE when you're on a job site, if you have to wear reflective clothing, the problem is this will pick up the reflective clothing and will actually follow you instead of the glass. So if you have a reflective vest, put the reflective vest on the inside out to make sure you're not getting picked up and only the glass is. When breaking down a total station, make sure you're holding on to the total station. When you release it, hold on to it with both hands. Do not drop it. Place it into the case. Lock the case. Fold up the legs. Secure the strap. I secure it before I break them down. That way I don't have to bend over. Retract them completely. And put the shoes going to the back. And carry the total station to your next placement. Thank you.